Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Raf and I just want to do this video to show you what we've recently had in the workshop. So standing next to me right now is this stunning McLaren. This is a 765lt. So there's only 765 of these cars made. This car belongs to a very regular client of mine. He's actually a very good friend now as well, and I think we've already done 4 or 5 cars for him. So he bought this car, and within a week or 2 of buying it, he called me up one evening and he said, listen, the audio needs sorting out, it sounds awful. Now, the purists amongst you are going to say you don't buy a McLaren for car audio, and you know, to an extent, yeah, probably right. But the thing is, this chap goes on a lot of long drives, goes into Europe and all sorts, so there's only so much of that engine noise you can put up with before you want to listen to your music, and you just can't hear it. Now, this car actually had the Bowers and Wilkins system, which on paper you'd think sounds really good, but honestly, if you've ever get the chance to sit in a McLaren, they don't sound very good at all. So he approached us and he said, look, I want to improve it. The biggest criteria, and I'll be honest, we get this a lot now, a hell of a lot more in fact, and it's probably the hardest thing to deal with sometimes, is keeping the car looking as stock as possible. So he wanted to upgrade it, but he didn't want the car to look changed in any way whatsoever. Plus, he wanted it fully reversible, should he want to reverse it all back to stock somewhere down the line. So this in itself is a challenge. Now, had a look at the car, got the car in. I always like to get the car in first and have a look around it, try and work out what we're gonna do. Came up with a plan. So this car has actually got a 12-speaker system. So what that is it's got a 3-way front end. So you've got a woofer in the door, a mid-bass driver, or a woofer in the door, you can call it, a mid-range and a tweeter just to the right and left of the right and the left of the dashboard. You've then also got 2 speakers on the rear driver's side, 2 speakers on the rear passenger side. So it's 12 speakers in total and 2 on the center of the dash, sorry. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, 12 speakers. The 12-speaker system. There's a Bowers and Wilkins amp mounted behind the actual seat where the driver sits. So behind the panel, there's an amp hidden in there. So the challenge is always how to incorporate all of this into an aftermarket amplifier. Now, generally when we do aftermarket amplifiers, we love using DSPs because DSPs are like magic for us. They allow us to fine-tune the system and time align everything and get it to sound exactly as the owner wants. So because this chap is a very good friend now, I know what he listens to, I know how he listens to his music, so I already had an idea. If you're a new client, we always like to sit down with you. If you're somebody who's far away, then we always have like a phone consultation just to get an idea. So what we've done on this car is we've used all Audio-Tech Fisher products. So Audio-Tech Fisher is the company that sort of owns Helix, Match, things like that. So, very good company. We used all Audio-Tech Fisher products. So we've we've left the factory amp in situ, got all of our signals from the factory amplifier behind the driver's seat, made up a custom harness. This runs into our Audio-Tech Fisher amplifier. This then cleans up the signal and outputs that clean signal to the speakers. Now, what we've done in this car is we've left the rear speakers stock. They're just there for a rear fill, and we've sort of faded it more towards the front, so they're there for a bit of rear fill. We've then run a new set of 3-way front end in this car. So we've replaced the 3 ways in each of the doors. We've used the new Helix range of speakers. So we've got an 8-inch mid-bass driver in each of the doors with custom collars. We've replaced the mid-range with a new mid-range in the doors as well, a new 4-inch mid, and the tweeter. Processed all the sound, tuned it all, time aligned it all, and the car sounds absolutely fantastic. It sounds really good. I mean, I always say this, but night and day is an understatement sometimes. It really is. If you hear this, it's just a huge upgrade. You pretty much couldn't even hear the original system. You can now have the volume at decent levels. It sounds fantastic. It sort of suits the car itself. If you come around to the driver's side, I will quickly show you what we've done, just to give you a quick explanation and finish off this video. Right guys, so I just want to quickly show you what we've done in this car. So the first thing we did was we soundproofed both of the front doors. Now this in itself is really important, and I'd say probably one of the most important things we carry out when we're doing an audio upgrade. The challenge on cars like these and some of the Lamborghinis is when they've got the lift up doors, you've got to add as little weight as possible because obviously it will affect the struts and it'll affect the door staying up on certain cars. So what we've done in this car is we've actually used Dynamat Extreme. It's really thin, it's really good stuff, it's really flexible. And once again, we've done 3 layers, so we've soundproofed the outside of the door. And these in itself on these are quite a challenge because you can't actually get up into all of the doors. So we've done the outer skin, we've done the middle skin, and we've then done the door card. Now the door cards as well are not really door cards, they're like very lightweight, they're almost like cardboard in places, but obviously we've done the best we can possibly do. We've done that on both of the front doors. We've also actually soundproofed a lot of the back area here. So in this car, if you ever sit in a McLaren, there's a hell of a lot of heat transfer from the engine bay into this compartment. So again, we've added a bit of soundproofing in there as well. Help with the noise, help with the heat as well. We've then upgraded the front mid-bass drivers to 8-inch Helix woofers in custom collars. We've upgraded the mids in the doors, and we've upgraded the tweeters, which are actually on the dashboard. On both sides, we've obviously put the amplifier behind the seats. I'll overlay some images just to show you how we've mounted the amplifier. We had to make a bracket up for the amp to mount it in there, so it's all gone in really well. Tuned it all, and honestly, the car sounds unbelievable. It sounds really good. It sounds really clean. The 8s in the doors, these new Audio Tech Fisher, these new Helix 8-inch drivers, I'm really impressed with them actually. They really, really hit hard. We've actually used them in another car recently as well. So all in all, great transformation. Chap's really happy. He loves it. He's very happy with how it sounds. We fine-tuned it when he came and picked it up as well, because obviously everyone's ears are different. So we tuned it, let him have a listen to it, got some feedback, and anything he wanted changing or tweaking, we did it for him. And again, we do that with all of our clients. So yeah, once again, I mean, I looked for videos online of people who'd done 765LTs, and I actually couldn't find any. So yeah, 765LT audio upgrade all done. If anybody's got a supercar, we do specialize in supercar audio and security. You know, if you want anything doing, drop us a shout, book a phone consultation if you can't come down, or better still, if you can book an appointment to come in, we'll sit down, chat about your needs, design a custom bespoke system for you, you know, get your car absolutely rocking. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out.